Cadbury is one of the world's most beloved chocolate brands, famous for its creamy dairy milk bars, Crunchy Crunchy, and Flaky Flake. But how exactly are these delicious treats made? The journey from cocoa bean to finished chocolate bar is a fascinating process involving careful harvesting, fermentation, roasting, and refining. This essay explores each step in detail, revealing the science, craftsmanship, and quality control that go into making Cadbury chocolate, while also examining the company's rich historical roots and evolution. Cadbury traces its origins to 1824, when John Cadbury, a young Quaker from Birmingham, England, opened a small grocery shop selling tea, coffee, and drinking chocolate. At the time, chocolate was primarily consumed as a bitter beverage, often mixed with spices or milk. Quakers like Cadbury were influential in the chocolate industry because their religious beliefs promoted temperance, avoiding alcohol, and social reform. They saw chocolate as a wholesome alternative to alcohol and pushed for ethical business practices. In 1879, John's sons, Richard and George Cadbury, revolutionised the company by moving production to a larger site in Bourneville, outside Birmingham. They built not just a factory, but a model village for workers, with good housing, schools, and recreational spaces, an early example of corporate social responsibility. The village had quality housing, schools and hospitals and parks, and recreation areas. This established Cadbury as a pioneer in worker welfare, a first for the time period. Cadbury's most iconic product, dairy milk, was launched in 1905. At a time when most chocolate contained more cocoa butter than milk, Cadbury's recipe used a higher proportion of fresh milk, creating a smoother, creamier bar. Its success transformed Cadbury into a global brand. Over the 20th century, Cadbury expanded worldwide, introducing classics like Flake, 1920, Crunchy, 1929, and Whisper, 1983. The company merged with Schweppes in 1969 and was later acquired by Mondelez International, 2010. But its British heritage remains central to its identity. Cadbury's commitment to quality begins with ethically sourced cocoa. The company works with Fairtrade and the Cocoa Life program to support sustainable farming. The beans used in this rich, smooth chocolate are sourced from the lush, humid fields of West Africa, specifically from places like Ivory Coast and Ghana. This region is the chocolate grower's paradise, and it's why Cadbury chose to get their cocoa from here. These beans have a special story. They carry a deep, rich flavour that gives every bite its melt-in-your-mouth quality. Cocoa trees thrive in tropical climates near the equator. The trees produce large pods, each containing 20 to 50 cocoa beans surrounded by sweet, pulpy flesh. Farmers harvest the pods by hand using machetes, carefully avoiding damage to the tree. Once extracted, the beans and pulp are placed in wooden boxes or banana leaves and left to ferment for 5 to 7 days. Fermentation is crucial. It breaks down the pulp, kills the bean's bitterness, and develops the chocolate's rich, complex flavours. After fermentation, the beans are dried in the sun for about a week to reduce moisture. They are then packed into sacks and shipped to Cadbury's manufacturing facilities, such as the famous Bourneville factory in the UK. Upon arrival at the factory, the beans undergo rigorous quality checks before processing. The beans pass through machines that remove twigs, stones, and other debris. They are then sorted by size and quality. Next, the beans are roasted in large ovens at temperatures between 120 to 140 degrees Celsius, 248 to 284 degrees Fahrenheit. Roasting enhances the chocolate flavour by caramelising sugars and reducing acidity. The time and temperature vary depending on the desired taste profile. Lighter roasts for milder chocolate, darker roasts for intense flavours. After roasting, the beans are cracked open to separate the nibs, the edible part, from the husks. A process called winnowing uses air jets to blow away the lighter husks, leaving only the nibs. The cocoa nibs are ground into a thick, oily paste called cocoa liquor, also known as cocoa mass. Despite its name, it contains no alcohol. It's simply pure cocoa in liquid form. Some of this cocoa liquor is pressed in hydraulic machines to extract cocoa butter, a key ingredient that gives chocolate its smooth texture. The remaining solid is ground into cocoa powder, used in baking and drinks. Cadbury's signature creamy taste comes from its unique blend of ingredients: cocoa liquor for chocolate flavour, cocoa butter for smoothness, sugar for sweetness, milk powder for dairy milk's creamy texture. These ingredients are mixed in large vats until they form a thick paste. The mixture is passed through heavy rollers to grind it into a fine powder. This step ensures the chocolate has no gritty texture. Next, the real magic begins. The cocoa mass is mixed with milk and sugar, and the process of conching starts. Developed by Swiss chocolatier Rodolphe Lindt, conching is a kneading process where the chocolate mixture is stirred and aerated. This process can last hours or even days, but it is a crucial step. It refines the chocolate's texture, ensuring it's smooth, creamy, and perfectly balanced in flavour. Next comes tempering. Tempering is a crucial step that ensures the chocolate has a shiny finish, a firm snap, resistance to bloom, white streaks caused by unstable cocoa butter. The chocolate is carefully heated, cooled, and reheated to stabilise the cocoa butter crystals. The tempered chocolate is poured into moulds shaped like bars, or other forms like buttons or eggs. The moulds vibrate to remove air bubbles, ensuring a smooth finish. The chocolate then moves through a cooling tunnel, where it hardens at around 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Once solid, the bars are ejected from the moulds. Automated machines wrap each bar in foil and paper, Cadbury's iconic purple packaging for dairy milk. The wrapped bars are packed into boxes and shipped worldwide. The story of Cadbury chocolate is one of innovation, tradition, and social responsibility. From John Cadbury's humble beginnings in 1824 to today's global brand, the company has maintained its commitment to quality while adapting to modern taste and ethical standards. The next time you unwrap a Cadbury bar, you're not just enjoying chocolate, you're tasting a piece of history crafted through decades of expertise and care.